Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and got a good one for you today. Went to Laguna Beach today. It's just a beautiful day. The sun is finally out this morning, and I'm at Ruby Street. It's just stunning up here. But you need to get your food now. Go get it. Hurry. Don't wait. Go get it. There's so much to cover on this and everything that's going on in the economy. But before I do, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you're notified of everything that's happening. Don't forget to subscribe to the email list, because we're going to have the list of winners for Christmas in May coming out very shortly. And plus today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold Grill. Now, I am at the park on Ruby Street, which is this little private place that I have not been to. It's been about 2 months now since I've been up here. But man, oh man, with the good weather that we've had, this thing just really grew really well with all the rain and everything. It's just natural. It's just beautiful up here. But this is tied to the Gem Streets, and there's no beach access to this place. But check this out. They've got these little private tables up here. That's just, free parking, really nice. And then they've got this deck that you can sit out that just overlooks the ocean. That's absolutely stunning. But we have had a tremendous amount of rain here in California. And one thing that I was absolutely blown away by yesterday was one of the local radio stations, KFI, was talking about how much the local reservoirs and lakes and everything in California and the surrounding states have, filled up. And like Lake Shasta is at like 97%. And Lake Shasta was down a ton. Lake Mead is up, and all these different states are doing better than they were prior to, the last 24 months, because we just had such a long drought. But we've had just a tremendous amount of rain. It rained yesterday here in Southern California. It's crazy. Now, one thing that's nuts is, okay, what about other places that haven't had rain, like Kansas? Right now, think about this. Kansas grows more wheat than any other state in the country. Kansas is going to have a wheat supply that's going to be the lowest level in over 60 years, since 1957. And you can say, oh, big deal. Some years are better than others, and it comes and it goes. No, this is going to be catastrophic, guys. It's going to be really, really bad. And they're predicting that we're going to have massive food shortages as a result of this, and that you need to prepare yourself. And again, guys, isn't this cool? Now, with all the rain, the shrubbery and everything, all the plants are much bigger, so your view's a little less. So I'm going to stand on the bench to film this for you. But see how stunning that is? Just very cool. So the lowest wheat levels in 60 years. The drought has absolutely just devastated Kansas. Now, here's the thing. In 1957, since the last time we had a low crop, there was only 133 million people in the country. Now there's 331 million people. So the amount of grocery stores that are going to be affected by this, and the entire supply chain of food, is going to be devastated. And everything that's involved with wheat production, every type of food, is going to be off. Now the next thing is corn. The output of corn has been destroyed because of the drought and because of the continued high temperatures in the Midwest. You're seeing corn production at one of the lowest levels since 1967. This is going to destroy so many different things, because so many people rely on corn, okay, to eat, manufacturing. Corn has a lot of uses. Tortillas. I could go on for an hour about corn. But the USDA has ag reports, and I don't want to bore you with all these, but they're kind of fascinating when you look at this and the stats that they keep track of. They keep track of topsoil levels and the level of moistures in the topsoil, and that the heat and the temperature of the topsoil is at the highest it's been in decades. So because of the drought, it is destroying corn output. And then when you look at this, it also goes to soybean output. Soybeans are going to be at their lowest level in decades as well. And once again, the population is not getting smaller, guys. It's getting bigger, and more people rely on corn and soybeans. Then you go to beef. We've all heard the stories about how cattle are not surviving, and they would rather get rid of the cattle and destroy the cattle than put them through, trying to save them, and they're destroying all this cattle. Beef output is going to be at a minimal level right now. Plus, it's going to be outrageous to buy beef in the coming 6 months. It's going to be crazy. The financial prepper, Chris, brings up such a great thing. Do you want to get ahead of inflation? Stock up on food. Food is only going to go up in price, and if you buy it today, you're going to be ahead of the game. You want to invest in something? Invest in food. You don't like gold, you don't like any stocks, you don't like bonds, you don't like anything else? Look at investing in food, because you're going to use it. And if you ever follow Chris, he's got some serious advice as far as how you place it and how you set it and how you use the oldest stuff first, and logical things like that. But it makes a tremendous amount of sense, and people should look at this right now, because it's only going to get more expensive. And again, if you are just one person in your household, you can save money right now by doing this. So look at preparing right now and getting food, because you're going to see food prices go through the roof. Yesterday we heard, hey, great, inflation's only up 4%. Who cares? Who cares? If you can't get something, what do you think the price of things are going to be when you can't get it? It's going to go through the roof. You've seen this before. So I'm always amazed when we have an earthquake or there's a natural disaster, like hurricane, tornadoes, and people start to sell water bottles for $15 and horrible things like that. But you're going to see this happen with food right now, and you don't want to be on that end of it. You want to be on the end of it where you've stocked up. Okay, now, I've told people, hey, I've stocked up on food, and people go, Dan, you're crazy to do that, because they're going to come to your house and take everything. I store it places, guys. I have the food set up to where I could live a year without buying anything. Plus, the My Patriot supply and everything else I've got, I'm set, guys. You should be too. You should not have this worry. And if you have children, or you're sick, or you have a special diet, you really need to take care of yourself and take a look at this, because it's only getting worse. Look at the stories below, and if you read these things, you'd be like, wow, this makes a lot of sense, and I'm not hearing about it anyplace else. So take a look at this and let me know what you think about this right now. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. I just got a story sent to me talking about how a surging national debt is very bullish for gold. And as I started to read this, I'm like, wow, our country's in real trouble right now, and we need to do something about this. Think about this. In 1970, our national debt was $372 million. It's a lot of money. It's nothing compared to the $32 trillion it is right now. You need to protect yourself. Call Patriot Gold today, 888-330-1431, and find out how you can get a no-fee-for-life IRA or 401k. They have a free investor guide. They will send this out to you. They will answer all your questions, but they are the #1 rated gold 401k company with Consumer Affairs for 7 years in a row. Can't argue with customer service. You can't argue with success, but look at what other people are doing to protect themselves and their families. Do this now before it's too late. Let them know that I allegedly sent you. Call them today or use the link in the video description below. 888-330-1431. So many people are getting themselves prepared by buying gold right now. You need to look at this right now before it's too late. Contact Patriot Gold. I found a great article with 11 signs that the problems in our economy are accelerating and they're getting worse. And I wanted to cover this for you because it's pretty, pretty plain as day. There's really no way around this. First thing is the number of foreclosures. The percentages are up an absolute ton. We're seeing foreclosures up. And like I've told you guys, I have 2 friends that are really big in foreclosures, and they do a lot of things, from everything from posting houses to doing the actual auctions, and they have their hand on the pulse of this, and it is up. 11% right now. So the numbers just keep getting bigger right now. And the problem that you're seeing this is that it's, yes, you have some areas of the country that are bigger, but the number of foreclosures are up right now. And the number of people that want to buy foreclosures are up right now too. And that's fascinating. Second thing is that the trajectory of foreclosures is just not like there was something that happened. There was something in the economy or some, black swan event that just happened. This is a trajectory that's going in the wrong direction. It's going up and it's getting much worse right now. That is a bad sign because when does it end? Okay? The real estate professionals that don't want to admit that this is happening, they've got real problems right now. And you're seeing this thing get completely out of control and, it's just going in the wrong direction. This blue sky, look at this water today. Is that insane? That is unbelievable today. It is absolutely stunning. So, it's like going to Hawaii. Hey, meet me in Hawaii, Dan. No. Meet me here, guys. Okay? 200 restaurants up on the top of the hill up there. We can eat at and hang out at. So the trajectory is wrong. Plus, number 3, we're seeing that the real estate bubble is about to pop. And it hasn't popped yet, and that's what people don't want to admit, but it is definitely getting worse. And what you're seeing is you're seeing houses sit on the market longer. You're seeing that prices are starting to subside and go in the wrong direction, which is down. Oh, they need to stabilize. It was crazy these last few years, and it was only a matter of time until things went like this. Okay, believe what you want, but this is what's happening right now, and this is a bad sign. Now, number 4, this is a horrible statistic. 8 million people right now are behind on their rent at least 1 month. 8 million people. And as we are in the middle of June right now, you have to look at this and go, how bad is this, okay? How much worse is this going to get? How are you going to get yourself caught up and be able to pay that rent? That's what people don't look at, and people don't want to admit that there's a problem with their own finances. They're out spending money they shouldn't be spending and borrowing on their credit cards. That's why the credit card debt is through the roof right now. Commercial real estate is collapsing all around us. We just saw a great story that I was going to cover. There's going to be a video all on its own, how the Westfield Mall in San Francisco, they're giving it back to the bank. By giving it back to the bank, all they're doing is walking away from the loan.
Hey Dan, just wanted to send you something about the craziness that's going on in Atlanta. They've decided to break into the P.O. box post office area. They warned us about it a few weeks ago, but now they've actually got into it. And you have to pick up your mail somewhere else because people are so stupid they have to break in. Thanks.
Now, what are we going to do? This is happening more and more. You can't leave your house without the worry of crime. You can't go shopping. You can't go to the post office because your mail won't be there. And the worst part is that now he has to go pick up his mail at another spot. What if you're elderly? What if you don't have a car? What if you're not Terry and you're, a person that can drive from place to place? This is awful. And this is so wrong. And of course, who knows if they'll ever catch these people? Who knows if there are cameras there? Who knows if these people will ever pay a price for doing this? But this affects all of us. Crime affects everybody. Now, with speaking of crime, Donald Trump, okay, he was indicted and accused of 37 different crimes, felonies. Okay, that's not the point. We're not going to get political here. He had a person reach out to give him advice, and that person is none other than O.J. Simpson. And O.J. Simpson said, "Whoa, don't talk to the cops, Donald." I'm not laughing, but this guy giving advice is funny. Okay, it really is. It's humorous to say the least. But OJ's all over the place giving Donald Trump advice on how to handle the police and how to handle being accused of a crime. So you can only find humor in that because I think it's insane. One thing that's kind of amusing right now is that Disney's having trouble right now. And Disney just announced that they're going to release a new Star Wars film. The next Star Wars film will not be released until 2025. And they're going to delay the release of the next 3 installments of Avatar. Wow, who cares about Avatar? But so Star Wars 2025, guys, can you wait? I got one for you. What does a 40-year-old virgin say? 1 ticket to Star Wars, please. Yesterday we got the inflation numbers, and we're supposed to celebrate the 4%, and it's no big deal. But one thing that hit my desk that was kind of funny was the term greedflation, where companies, they realize that they're making more money and that costs are going down, and they're just raising prices because they're greedy. Greedflation. Okay, tell me who's doing greedflation right now. I know people are going to say the oil companies. Yeah. So shrinkflation is big. You pay more for less. That's happening. But greedflation, is anybody really experiencing that right now? That companies are just charging more for the heck of it, willy-nilly? All we've heard about is these layoffs and the problems with everything. The tech sector has lost an absolute ton of jobs. I could go on and on and on and just do a layoff channel lately. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. And I hope you guys like a little different format today, trying something a little different for you. I'm going to finish this video with this last story. What do you guys think of the shirt, though? Kind of wild, huh? Just think, I'm someone's parent. You thought that was funny. Great story out of Ecuador. And Bella Montoya, 76 years old. Very sad. She suffered from cardiac arrest and died. And at her funeral, she knocked on the coffin and woke up and wasn't dead. So wouldn't you like to do that? Wouldn't that be that'd be awesome? So I think people are going to pull a Bella Montoya every now and then, and come back. So please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Take a look at the sponsor. And I hope you guys liked a little different video today. But again, you guys, thank you for these shirts you guys send me. They're crazy, and I appreciate them. And my daughter loses it every time I wear these things. So it's nice. Father's Day's coming up. Okay? Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.